not only the testing and developing of the applet, uh, applet viewers do lot many things like it demonstrates the applets using the both the applet viewer and the web browser, which executes the Java updates via the Java plugin. So it also develops the applet viewer and web browser. Applet viewer is nothing but it is giving the essential view to this uh, view to the picture, what the web page is having. And some browsers doesn't come with the plugin by default. You can visit java.com to determine whether your browser is ready to execute Java applets or not. So these JKD Java development kit, it is giving a good options like Java plugin browser, and then these applets can be viewed directly without plugging into the with plugin by default. Hello, I am Chaitanya Guttipati, and I'm going to give a lecture on applets and the Java web start. So based on this topic, I have created some notes here. So I will be referring these notes for my topic, so which has some important points in here. And so by using these notes, I will be covering applets and Java web start. Almost like 75% of the topics. So here we go. So first of all, I want to introduce a topic called applets, and these applets are Java programmers embedded in HTML, are also called as web pages. Java enabled browsers loads a web page actually, and then containing an applet. The applet downloads into the browser, and then it executes. So what does an applet do? So for instance, if we go into a web page and if we see some animations which are created in web pages, so to create these animations, for example, now for example, if you go to any Dave & Buster's web page, there will be a lot of cartoons will be doing some signs to click me, to, to show you a search bar. So for that, these applets are used, and for these applets, for that these applets are used. So these applets contains JavaScript. These applets contains JavaScript. So here it shows. So that is the main use for applet containers. And then after coming to the next topic, we go to the JDK. JDK is nothing but Java development kit, which includes one called applet viewer for testing and applet viewer for testing the applets. So this JDK does this JDK contains one applet viewer for testing an applet. Applet viewer tests the applets before embedding them into a web browser. So as I told you before, these animations which are going to embed in a web browser, what the JDK does, the Java development kit does applet viewer for testing an applet. So testing these applets before embedding into the web browser. So you have to the test for, suppose the cartoon should be tested like it resolutions, and without any issues, how long this cartoon can show you a good picture, and those and then coming to the graphics. So all these aspects come under this. After completing the JKD, Moving on to the next topic, we are going to discuss about Java Web Start and the Java Network Launch Protocol. This chapter contain this chapter concludes with an introduction to Java Web Start and the Java Networks Launch Protocol, and then and the use of this protocol is it makes together these enables to the package your applets and app and applications so that they can be installed onto the user desktop. As you will learn in as you have learned in your Java Web Start also enables you to give the user control over whether an applet and the application download from the web page. We have limited as if we have limited access to the resources on the local file system for local file systems. For example, if you create a downloadable text editor program in Java, users would probably want to store their documents on their own computer. So, then what Java Web Start? Um, so this protocol is I'm not saying nothing but Java Web Start and the Java Network Launch Protocol plus JNLP enable you to package the applets and the application so that they can be installed onto your desktop. So its main aim is to install on your desktop. The protocol main aim is to contain they can be installed on your desktop. So that is move on to the next topic from JDK. So this is the next topic in the applets.
There's a lot of wall runs at PA.
Before discussing about our own applets, let's consider the several demonstrations that applets provides with the JDK. Each sample applet comments with its source code and the determination program provided with the JDK are located in a directory called demo. For Windows, the default location of the JDK is 6.2 seconds. Demo directory is it is a program that I need to show. So here it shows the it shows the C program file slash Java slash JDK 6.2 hashtag by demo. So where this hashtags and hashtags represents the JDK update number on Unix and Linux. The default location is directory in which you install a JDK following by JDK 1.6.0 hashtag by slash demo, for example. Some demo programs are present in JDK 7, which can be downloaded from www.oracle.com. And then moving on to the next one, overview of demonstration of applets. Open command window type cd to change directions to the JDK's demo directory. Demo directory contains several subdirections. The list of some subdirections using the directory using the term DIM on Windows is command on Unix. So dir is a command which is used in Windows, and is a command on Unix. So for more understanding purpose, I'm showing you how does it looks. It looks like this. Like dir is for window and E is for a command.
Good luck. Good luck. Have fun.
And then overview of the demonstration applets. So up to now we learned about the demonstration, and coming to the overview, JFC Java Foundation classes directory contains applets and applications that demonstrates Java powerful graphics and GUI capabilities. So in this open a command window and use the cd command to change the directory to the JDK. Demo directory. The demo directory contains several subdirectories. You can list them by issuing the dir command in window or the is command in Unix. So directory contains applets and applications that demonstrates Java's powerful graphic GUI capabilities. Changes to the applet directory and lists its content to see the directory name for the demonstration applets. In figure 23.1. So coming over to the tic-tac-toe applet. Tic-tac-toe applet is a game actually in a computer. It is a basic game. Usually we can see in a Windows start bar. So tic-tac-toe is an example to show how an applet works effectively in a computer. So coming to the tic-tac-toe, it is a game in computer which contains squares and circles, circles, and that I am going to show in my so these are the squares and circles, and here the diagram goes on. So in this tic-tac-toe applet, there will be like 3 rows and 3 columns. In the 3 rows and 3 columns, like if you want to go to a column, you need to find out only the x's, not the zeros. So first, if you go for an x, if you hit an x, the game will continue to play. But if by any chance if you cross the limit by losing the game, it will show you it will not allow you to go for to play for next stages in the game. So once you're done with the game, here the applet shows you the different options, like reload the applet to execute it again. So here the taskbar comes like this, and then you can see here restart, reload, stop, clean, tag, and quit. So once you lose all your chances in this game, you will go to the reload the applet to execute it again. And if you want to quit, it will give you a directory called select quit to terminate the applet viewer. So this applet viewer will be mutually communicating between the Java and this computer. So the tic-tac-toe is purely created by a applet using a JavaScript. So coming to my next topic is draw test applet. So this draw test applet is nothing but you need first we go through the definition here. The draw test applet allows you to draw lines and points in the different colors in the command window, change directions and directories of applets, then to subdirectory draw test. You can move up the directory or 3 incrementally towards the demo by issuing the command cd in the command window. Draw the test applet sample executions. So here, draw test applet the dot in the dot test applet we can draw our own animations in web page. So that's what here draw test applet is describing about. In here we can use a cd command to move the cursor in the 3 increments towards top and 3 increments towards down. So if you hit the command cd, then it will be more helpful to move a cursor in an effective manner. So here we go with draw test applet. Draw test applet, here it is a figure which is showing you how the dot test applet will be visible and what are the options do you have in the draw test applet. Here in the white blank, what is showing you is a space you can draw what are the animation you need for your web page and the draw, and it is giving some options which can be useful to draw lines and points in this application. So here there is a option known as points. It is describing about to select lines or points from the command box to specify what will be drawn when you draw the mouse. So if you go and hit a point here, it will only specify you to draw only lines or points only. So then here there is one more option. It shows you select the drawing color by checking one of the radio buttons. So it is giving you few colors here and some options like size of the line and the thickness of the line. So based on this you can it is a freehand moving cursor. By using cd command or some effective commands in this draw test applet, you can give good animations, and also you can use a free cursor movement. So these are the good and effective options in a draw test applet. So all these tic tac and the draw test, all these concepts are nothing but to give you a effective applet designs in a web page. So coming to the 2D Java 2D applet. So this is the next version. We can say this is a next topic after reading all those after the lines. You need to after the lines you can introduce some pictures and you can introduce some animations. So coming to the 2D applet, Java 2D applet demonstrates mainly features of Java 2D API, which are a graphical technique for producing a screen graphics in which edges are blurred. So the Java 2D applet is saying that here we have n number of options in Java 2D applet. Here there are some options like by clicking in the circle we can get a circle and squares and many colors. Also we can put some names in this applet. We can put some names, and there is a toolbox. From the toolbox we can create shapes like circles, triangles and everything. So in Java, that's what this Java 2D applet is saying about. And in Java 2D applet, the edges are blurred because of it is continuously having if it is taking a solid square, if it shows a solid square, it shows you in a rows and columns. So the edges will be like lightly blurred because of low resolution. So this is a bit next part of this Java draw test applet. We can say that it is a graphical model. Sample Java applet, and it is a drawing a string. So here we are going to use the sample Java applet which you can draw a string. Every Java applet is a graphical user interface on which you can place GUI components. So here Java applet is saying nothing. Java applet is saying about graphical user interfaces on which you can place GUI components. GUI components and nothing but sample Java applets. Here we are going to try one applet that draws welcome to Java program. So by using GUI and Java drawing a string, by Java programming we are going to draw a GUI output is known as welcome to Java programming. And here there is a here we go. By using Java we are creating an applet. Here it shows the welcome applet Java and the applet that draws a string. So this is the program which is developed in Java to show a output applet on welcome to Java programming. So from showing from the first one, this. So for more feedback, for more information, go through the figure 23.6 in the material. So it is saying it is saying some few effective outputs. How a applet is giving you an output in web page, and this web page is this should be executed in the Google Chrome and Google Chrome and Internet Explorer. So for those informations, go through figure number 23.6 for output of this program. And then going to the creating the applet classes. This is the next topic for after completing the Java programming. Sample Java applet drawing a string. Okay. Creating the applet class, line 3 important class graphics to enable the applet to draw the graphics such as lines, rectangles, ovals and strings of characters. Class JA applet. Important at line 4 from the package JavaX. Swing is used to create applets as which applications. Every Java applet contains at least one public class declaration. At applet container we can create only objects of classes that are public and expanded J applet, or it's a superclass applet. For this reason classes welcomes applets lines 6 to 17 expands the JA applet. So here coming to the next topic, creating the applet class. As first we discussed the about applet container. Applet container is useful to hold the applet classes, and it is useful to run the applet cycle. So in the first topic we have we know what is a applet container. So coming to the what are applet classes, the applet classes are nothing but it contains some JavaX symbols like swing, which is used to create applet, as which applications every Java applet contains at least one public class declaration. So in these classes we have lines, rectangles, ovals and strings of characters. So because of these symbols, the creation of applet will be very much easier to execute in a web page. So creating the applet class is nothing but creating a what type of applet you need in a web page, like what kind of animation you need in a web page. So that is about applet class. And go through more about applet class, here we have some information. An applet container expands every Java applet to have methods names in it. Init, start, print, stop, and destroy. So the init, start, print, stop, and destroy, these are the commands which are used in creating the applet class. So each of which is declared in class JApplet. So these strings are created in JApplet. Each new applet class. These methods can be overridden, refined to perform tasks and that are specific to your applet section. When an applet container loads class welcome applet, the container creates a welcome applet object. Then class its methods init, start, and print is a sequel. So it is saying that when an applet container loads a class that welcomes applet, for suppose if we want to create a welcome applet as our output, so it is saying that container loads classes, and then the container creates a welcome common applet objects. So then it is called its method init. It is using some commands like init, start, and print in a sequence to create this welcome applet as your output. So moving on to next topic, next topic is nothing but executing welcome applet in the applet viewer. After creating class welcome applet and saving it in the file welcome applet.java, open a command window. Change to the directory in which you save the applet class declaration and compile class welcome applet. Recall all the applets are embedded in web page for executing in an applet container, applet viewer, or a browser. Before you can execute the applet, you must create a HTML document that specifies which applet to execute in an applet container. Typically, an HTML document ends with an .html command or .htm file name execution. So here it is saying after creating the class as a welcome applet, this welcome applet should be saved in a file. That it can be saved like welcome applet.java, and it can be open command window. It should be open a command window. Change to the directory in which you saved the applet class declaration and compile class welcome applet. So coming to the figure, it is saying that it is saying it should be loaded in applet class. So the program should be like this: HTML and body. So body is nothing but welcome to the applet class, and here we are creating HTML body and then applet code is equal to welcome applet dot class width class width is equal to 300. So we are given class width as 300 and a height 400. Stack applet. I'm going to make body and close the HTML. So this is the basic figure which shows you how a welcome applet class and how a welcome applet class is executed with giving a width of 300 and a height of 45. So this is a sample program. And coming to the explanation of this one, the line 2 to 5 specifies the body elements. The line 2 to 1 2 3 4 5 2 to 5, they both are nothing but body elements, and because it is represented as a body here, and so the between what is created in between these two commands are nothing but the body elements. So our body should be our body information is right here, and then it represents the elements that start with the displayed in the page line 3 to 4. So the representation element will be displayed in the line 3 to 1 2 3 4. These are the representation. So this is a body, and this should be represented in our output. So these two commands, the commands which are, this is a command and this one is a command, these two commands should be represented in an output. And then output, the applet and its the applet and its corresponding documents are normally stored in the same directory on disk. Typically a browser loads on HTML. So on HTML a browser should be loads, and the document of the computer other than our own connection to a internet. However, the HTML documentation also can reside on your computer. So that can be showed in further information. When an applet container encounters an applet element in an HTML document, it loads the applet. So when an applet container encounters an applet element in a HTML document, it loads the applet. As we all know, applet container, and this applet container, whenever it encounters the applet element in a HTML, so then this entire file will be loaded in a browser, in an applet. Class files or files from the same location, the container contains the HTML document. Class files or files, these two from these two, the HTML documents should be available. So after coming to the next topic, executing an applet in a web browser. Executing an applet in a web browser, the sample program execution will be showed in the following. Will be showed in a program. I'll show how a sample program execution will be demonstrated. And coming to this executing an applet in web browser, we have these steps, nothing but select, open file, from the file menu, in the dialog box that appears, select the HTML document. Select the HTML document. Click the open button. So these are the 4 steps. These are the 4 steps here. the step of executing applet in in other web browser are similar in most browsers. You can simplify the Control 0 to open a dialog that enables you to start the select HTML document from your local computer. So the Control 0 is a small command which can be used as a dialog that enables you to start an HTML document from your local computer. And then moving forward to the applet lifecycle method. Here up to now we discuss about the applet classes, and now we are going to discuss about the applet cycle methods. Now that you have created an applet, let's consider the 5 applet methods that are called by the applet container from the time that applet is loaded into the browser to the time it's terminated by the browser. These methods corresponded to various aspects of an applet lifecycle. Figure 23.8. The figure shows you the figure shows you the program, and applet lifecycle method is nothing but it is a life cycle. It should be recalled to show the same animation. And I will show you the sample program. This is a note I have created everywhere. These are the notes we are following up to now. Called by the applet container when an applet loaded for execution. This method initialization and applet. So this is what applet lifecycle methods are saying. The applet lifecycle method is saying calling once by the applet container when an applet loaded for execution. These methods initialize an applet. For execution, the applet initialize some methods. Those nothing but applet lifecycle methods. So in these lifecycle methods, it should be recall and these lifecycle methods are holded in a applet container. So coming to for here there are many comments. Shown in this topic, which you can go through a figure 23.8 in the material. Initialization with methods in it. Our next applet figure is 23.9. Computer the sum of two values entered into input dialog by using the display, and displays the result by drawing a string inside a rectangle on the applet. The sum The sum is stored in an instance variable of the addition applet class, so it can be used in both int methods and the paint methods. The HTML document that can be used to load this applet into an applet container. The application web form. Here coming to a JNLP document of the test applet. Next, you must create a JNLP document that describes the connections of the JRA file and specifies which file in the JRA is so called the main class. So the main class is nothing but the JRA file. The beginning the program execution for an applet. The main class is the one that executes the Java applet draw test. In these examples, for an application, the main class is the one that contains the main method, a basic JNLP documents for the draw test. For the draw test is shown in the figure, and we describes this documentation elements to the movements. Momentarily. So here I have to show you a program which contains a JNLP dot rest applet. So the program contains the program starts with this JNLP and the code based path. I have draw the test JNLP information, title, vendor, and the shortcut desktop stack of and the resource Java version into 1.64 resource. And then coming to the next topic, overview of XML JNLP documents are written in XML markup language. HTML markup language supported standard for describing a data. XML is community used to exchange the data between applications over the internet, and many applications now use XML to specify confirmation implementation, as well as is the case which JNLP document for Java Web Start XML permits you to create markup for virtuality and the typical information. JNLP documents, JNLP elements. The JNLP element starts with the tag line 2 to 4 has two attributes, code base and href. The code base attributes value is a URL that specifies the path where the JNLP documents and the JAR file are stored. This is specified in a figure. I'll show you the figure, the path to JNLP file, since this value depends on the location from which the applet is loaded. So it shows you the location value where the applet is loaded. The href attribute specifies the JNLP file that launches the program. So the href, which is attributing in the JNLP file, and it is launching the program. Without the JNLP file and the JAR file is dot rest demonstration applets destroyed within the JDK directory structure. We used the following local file system URL as code base, URL as code base. So the URL here it is showing as which includes the file URL as a code base. The code base is nothing but file. So the or application from a web server to so user can access it online. You'll need to configure your web service correctly. So configure your web correctly. So need to confirm your web service correctly as described at Java. So it is showing like this java.sun. So this is the code here, and it is showing which represents the JNLP. So these attributes from 2 to line 4. So from line 2 to the line 4 only the this will be attributing, and the JNLP document information elements. JNLP document information elements shows you from line 6 to 13, provides the details about the program. That the title element specifies a title for the program. The vendor element specifies who is going to create the program. The value of these elements appear in Java WebStart security as a warnings and errors that are presented to the user. The title value also appears in the title bar. So here the information element JNLP contains one more element known as information element. In this information element we can see some Java WebStart security warnings and the errors and the titles and the vendor elements specifically. So here in the desktop elements that should be necessitated in the shortcut elements from the line 9 to 11. From 9 to 11, WebStart to ask whether the user wishes to install a desktop shortcut. If the user accepts, an icon will appear on the desktop. The user can then launch the program in its own window by double click. User can launch the own window by own window, and the offline allowed element is in line 12, indicates that once the program is installed on the user computer, it can be launched via Java WebStart. When the computer is not connected to the internet, this is particularly useful for any program that can be used with files stored using computer. The JNLP document resource elements. So JNLP documents resources. These contains from line 15 to 18 two nested elements. The Java elements listed minimum versions of Java required to execute the program line 16, and the jar element is line 17, specifies the location of a jar file that contains the program and whether the jar file contains a class that launches the program. There can be multiplied the jar elements as well, seen in the next chapter. And coming to when you run the applet via And coming to the launching the applet with the Java Web Start, you are now ready to launch the applet via Web Start. There are several ways to do this. You can use the Java's command. You can use the Java's commands in a common window from the folder that contains the JNLP document. So it will be the command is javasdra test.jnlp. You can also use your own operating system file managing the locate the JNLP on the computer and double click in its file name. Normally the JNLP file is referred from a web page via hyperlink. So JNLP file can be located in the local computer, or else it can be located in a hyperlink too. The draw test web page HTML document, which was saved in the same directory of JNLP file, contains another element which links to the draw test JNLP file. Clicking this hyperlink in the web page downloads the JNLP file. This case it is loading from the local list system and executes the corresponding applet. And here the sample program for applets JNLP document. Here is a sample program for JNLP documents, and the program goes like this. Error. Java web series, web start, body, HTML. So this is a program for Java document user. And finally, viewing the installation Java web start program, and by viewing that we can say run the select application and create a desktop shortcut and remove. So we can, it is nothing but using downloading a same software. So usually how we download the same software. Wrap up. In this chapter, we learn the fundamentals of Java applets and Java web start. To learn the HTML, and then concepts of the embedding an applets in a web page, executing in an applet container, and this is all about the applet and how the applet runs. Thank you.